Zoomed or what? There, yep, this is a good start. All right, we're gonna roll. We're doing it live, babe. We're doing it live. All right. Yes, I know. I know. Vertical again. Fun fact, little trivia. I'd like to say just to show how much I appreciate those of you that that ride along and give insight, feedback. Also, it shows the power of listening to the audience and taking it seriously, not just kind of blindfolding yourself and just going, nah, nah, you're all bots, I'm not listening. So it was just randomly Stephen A. What's up, Chef? Good to see you, man. Not Chef from South Park. He's gone. Rest in peace. Shep, what's up, man? Let's see. Okay, who was I just talking about? Oh yeah, Stephen A. is a name who's been around this channel for a very long time. From the years ago of the Pro Creek Squad days to the where I stand is not anti. It's just hey, pro accountability, which is oddly not a popular thing, and I fully understand it should be tiresome for some. By God, what really he's gonna frickin' burst in his little jean shorts after he hears me mentioning his name. Martha, why do you keep on visiting my videos? Like, I thought you got your own channel and your whole thing, you're doing whatever, I don't know, truth something, blah blah blah. Why do you keep coming back, watching my whole entire video, going in so far as even saying that I said your name, and I said, you're not the one that I'm inferring that went on a live stream and said, do you know who I roll with? I never said it was you, you moron. So I called it out, and I took some screenshots. Martha, what do you want from me? What's up, Seafells? Good to see you. By the way, I made plans for you. I'm sure you won't mind. I spoke to somebody else, and, well, their name's in the title. And I just spoke for you. I hope you don't mind. That the three of us are gonna do, and Shep is welcome too. Hell, let's get the whole gang together. Just gotta figure out who that gang is. And we're gonna do a live, okay? We're gonna do a live together. So anyway, I listened to Stephen A's comment. He seemed disappointed that I was doing a live stream from the phone, and because of that, the last live was from the computer. Why? Because I like to listen and read and see what the audience wants, what they care about, what disappoints them, what would they rather see. It matters. Yes, my OBS is set up, by the way. Billy, howdy. You know, it's funny, I just watched a movie inspired by that name, Old Henry. I think it's available on Paramount Plus or Amazon Prime. It's an awesome movie with a twist that I just spoiled, but watch it. Old Henry. Alright, so here's a tale. I have a story, everyone. There once was a die-hard Creek Squad loyal fan named Yomaine Girl, and I learned some things about another one that I'd always kind of described like that, and now with some new information, it's old information, but it's new to me, I find myself a little tongue-tied, and I don't know what to say, so I think I should talk to the source before commenting further. But aside from that, damn, you're right, Billy. Damn it. Oh, and Butch, too. So Yomaine Girl was somebody that was always ride or die. Creek Squad, pro Ryan Up Church. You know, I even remember back in the days when there was channels that were flipping on me because I started thinking independently and making my own moves, right? That's not good for the Golden Glazers of Crack Squad, not Creek Squad. Okay, I like to make the... Does it even matter anymore? What the fuck do I care? I'm gonna call it whatever I want. Told myself I wasn't gonna curse on this video for some reason. I wanted to see if there was a difference. So, shit, what was I saying? So, Yomaine Girl, I remember she was even in chats where channels that were aligned with me back in the day, went ahead and flipped on me, and she was in the chat. I don't remember if she was saying anything positive and negative or whatnot, but it just shows, we've all been there, we've all done that. Notification. That actually threw me off. That's clever. That's clever. Okay, so it just goes to show you, we're all guilty of absolutely, at one point or another, going with the crowd because it's the easier thing to do, right? So I don't know what exactly happened in her story, but something did, and it made her. I mean, just recently, she's just trying to do what she does. She is a very strong woman that is trying to build something. And all she didn't even shit on Upchurch. She didn't even. Oh, you like that? Yeah, that's my Superman. That's the Jew curl, by the way. Jew curl, trademarked. Can't steal it. Um, yeah, that's for us to do. We steal at night in the streets. Shh, under the banner of George Soros. Name drop. So, anyway, she did a video recently of, I mentioned this, Tom McDonald, and the major commenters, aside from the people that supported, hey, what's up, Shabbat Shalom, Wolverine, Zaiv, Sair, I gotta give you the blue name back so I can always see you there. But thank you, man. That's another big thank you to those of you that have been around for as long as you have. I really, I want to throw the responsibility all on C-Files, but I feel terrible. I feel like I should be paying him if I want him to set up my Discord. So C-Files, we got some talking to do. And this is the last live before I test stream on the OBS. My buddy did come through and set it up, and I'm gonna do the thing. We'll see what happens. I can always delete it. So you snipers and recorders, get it ready. I'm from New York. What's good, man? Welcome. Valcon? I'm from New York, and I'm in Florida. Alright, so anyway, she did a reaction to Tom McDonald's video, and it was the haters that spoke the loudest. Very typical, very liberal, which is hilarious, because the demographic of Creek Squad, Crack Squad is usually that of a conservative. But it's those that glaze up church the most that were crying the hardest. And I wanted to do a proper reaction to another video she said, and I want to give a shout out to Just Sheri right there. Can I mod you from here? Because I want you to be able to drop your channel. And the video that I saw, I fell in love with. There we go. Feel free to link the video that got my attention. She made, I think it was 2 or 3 nights ago. I watched it last night, I think, and it's hilarious. I didn't know she had this talent. The gal can edit, so I think we got a powerhouse here. Okay, we got somebody that was just nothing but some smoke in the corner, and then all the glazers and the Kool-Aid drinkers. Oh yeah, hence the thumbnail. That believe every conspiracy and every word that comes out of his paranoia-ridden mouth that is maybe allegedly inspired by Adderall or whatever. Other people say there's harder stuff involved, and I just can't go that far because I don't know for sure. Behavior, yep, it's sus, man, but I'm not gonna go hard in the paint on a certainty. But Adderall, absolutely. So she made a video called, and please drop that video, she's doing it now. It's called Every Upchurch Beef Ever. And it's just a simple, brief, like maybe 6 to 8 minute compilation of like people starting out as his friend in a 5-second span. Like, hey, what's up, Upchurch? Yeah, thanks. And then it'll show in 2 seconds later, Upchurch just shitting on that person, right? It has a very healthy list of just about a lot of the names that we're all so familiar with. It goes from, you got ACAL going, oh, this is so gay that I have to do this. Apparently, oh, this video is to Ryan Upchurch. That's one of the most hilarious things. It's sad it has to exist. It's sad that a grown-ass man who tried to reach out to his friend, knock on his door, call him, and just hash it out, just talk about things. And he went to the door just to be turned away by a housemate or something. He had to hit the live button on YouTube and say, wow, this is so gay, but apparently, because he keeps running his mouth, I have to dedicate this, or I have to say, hey, this is the only way I can talk to my old friend. This is to Ryan Upchurch. That is the stupidest, most immature look, comparable to that of like a kid that doesn't know how to, fit the square peg in the circle. Basically, it's just that's a childlike mentality that you are just plugging your ears, cutting off all forms of communication because somebody that cared about you wants to speak to you, and you have forced their hand to use their own platform. And that's happened not once, not twice, not, I mean, I don't think I have enough phalanges and metacarpals to count here. How many times has somebody had to go public and utilize their platform just to get their words across to Lord up church? Another thing that's amazing. Okay, I got to tell on myself, right? Now, we all have a lot of start from the bit shit. The beginning, I mean, you could always hit the beginning of this live, but you know, you don't have to waste your time. I'm here to make a fool of myself, folks. So by all means, folks, let's dive right in here. Let's see if I forget things in real time. I call it my Hunter Biden moments. Why Hunter Biden, or just a Biden moment? So okay, where was I going? I got my OBS. I was telling the story of yomaine. Well, let me stick with what I know, at the very least. Look at the consistency of the people now. That, like Sheri, who was once a absolute loyalist of Creek Squad, Ryan Upchurch, she would honey badger your ass if you started to go negative. That's the loyalty that this man and his group have amassed. And look how they act if you just step away from his narrative for just one time or just a millisecond. You slip up and you have an independent thought, and then everybody in the group turns on you. All of the bishops of Creek Squad, and right now, that's something I was thinking about. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell on myself. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, I didn't even have a Red Bull, I assure you. I found my way watching Seepers. We didn't have a good history, if I recall. I mean, nothing serious, but we just didn't get along. I think after I tried to have the mass exodus of Creek Squad, and he had kind of a common sense live last night where he was talking about he just can't get on board with Gobble being the representation. Wait, sick midgets? What? Where is the real question? Pinky ring is the. I hope not. I mean, that's not the intention. I like this pinky ring. Okay, I bought it on Amazon, bitch, or Temu. That makes me sound more badass. And you know what? You don't have to like somebody. It's something that I'm tired of trying to remind groups of people day in and day out. Like, this is the most basic, comprehensive skill. You watch a TV show. You don't like the TV show, but there's a couple of characters that you like, right? Or even the characters that you hate or love to hate, whatever the case. They have some redeeming qualities. The anti-hero, right? Punisher is not supposed to be a hero, but we root for him, don't we? Sometimes even the Joker. We're supposed to hate that motherfucker, but sometimes his acts of chaos get our attention and we're rooting for the bad guy. So, whatever the case, we're all clearly, you would think this would be obvious, allowed to think and say whatever the hell we want, regardless of being in a group or not. And I have been on the fence, I think maybe too long, and I'll just finally just say, I need to say what I feel and not be on the fucking fence here, alright? I think, Gobble has some redeeming qualities, but I can't stand behind, like, I understand the Creek Squad people that are losing their minds, maybe not so much the way they're raging out and dealing with it, that's a little too far for me, but the fact that he has become the bishop, the gatekeeper, it used to be, Kurt and Power Stroke and this and that, and Deerdorf, I guess unofficially, and Ripta, but they're all, he's chased them all away almost effectively. Kurt is still doing his damnedest to stay in the good graces without reward, so hey, that's I guess good for you. Go team Kurt. You really, really want to stay in those good graces. Hey, no hate to that. I just don't understand why you... I can't even imply that you have fear, but why wouldn't you just say what you feel, man? Like, you gotta be bothered by the fact that I think... And watch Sheri's, it's right there. Look at her. Kurt got... Yeah, he got blocked all right. Oh, wait, I thought Ryan Upchurch was cool, a few years ago. And not that I hate him now. Absolutely right. No hate here. but the dude is just throwed off, played him simple. Yeah, a lot of people are asking for like the older Upchurch. I listened to like 2 of his newer songs. I hope I'm not fibbing. Okay, wait. Well, I heard some snippets of the, they want him unalived. I don't know if that one's completely out, and I heard the one that's dedicated, I think, to his amazing blessing of a life, his daughter. It sounded like shit. I'm not the country guy. That's not my niche, even though ironically I'm in this part of the algorithm, which is my own hell to deal with. It sounded awful. It sounded terrible. There's even, at least on YouTube, for whatever reason, he allows the detractors to speak freely on YouTube, but on IG he'll pull the whole block disable shit, and then go and use that, weaponize it with the whole bot conspiracy. I think CFALS was trying to mention that to me. Look at the timing of him. I think this is what I've heard. This is hearsay. I have not confirmed. Did or did he not? Did Upchurch accuse Billy or Deerdorf of trying to end him? Yes or no? Because I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to find out. But is that true or not? True or false? And then I saw some video snippet of Upchurch like talking about how he fired one bodyguard and that another bodyguard was really scared to be asked questions. He dipped out. Now that's got to say something, and I'm only speculating. I am not a scientist of facts. That's not a thing, but I just felt like going with it. Clearly, the bodyguard in question was nervous, and who's to speculate? This is another aspect that seems to be getting fed into the paranoia aspect that he's trying to sell. And it's amazing that paranoia is the reoccurring theme. Meanwhile, the song that he's pushing the most is "They Want Me Gone." That's the word I'll use for YouTube's sake. They want me not here. So meanwhile, let me just use all of my social media to keep on showing more, let me bleed out and squeeze out as much lemonade from that video I recorded without consent from Jelly Roll and all these other people. And let's add some more layers of mystique to it so it'll get your attention and garnish it enough, just long enough so you'll be curious and you'll want to hear my song and you'll buy it or you'll download it, and my algorithm will be all over the place and I'll be covered, G. Oh, and here's some news that I learned from I got some people that have better circles than I do. So shout out to this one, you know who you are. Not allegedly, but apparently, Upchurch and his lawyer, after the poor Rodney family's grandfather passed on, which he did, rest in peace to him. I wish he would have known some justice before he did pass on. After he passed on, I assume he was a mighty voice in the lawsuit. Upchurch and his lawyer tried to settle 2 or 3 times. I can't say in full confidence whether it's 2 or it's 3. But it's a fact. They saw an opening and a weakness perhaps, and they tried to offer a buttload of money to close the case, settle it out of court. And the Rodney family said, "Patua." They said, "Haktua, I spit on that thing. Fuck y'all. We're going to court. We're going to drag it out. Yeah, your name is getting dragged with it, just like you dragged our name, and it was all fun and games to you. But now here's some of the karma coming your way." So I guess I say all of this to also paint one more picture. CFALS, just Sheri. Sorry I didn't really inform you guys properly, and I also maybe misled you, Sheri, as to when this was going to happen. I don't know just yet, but it's going to be soon. I promise. Stuck in the Middle is going to be back, by the way, I think tomorrow night or the night after, but I would like CFALS and just Sheri, who was once yomaine girl, but as it stands, being attacked for no good reason. Still a fan of Ryan Upchurch, not good enough for the Glazers and the simps out there. She says a couple positive things about Tom McDonald, and now she's labeled an op. And you know what? People like us that know that there's so much larger stakes in life to deal with, that we've been through, what we go through. I posted a video of Al Bundy breaking it down. Those of us in life that realize we're not going to live the dream that we had, but that we live every day not having that dream and not giving up. That makes us something. We're fighters. Okay, call us detractors, call us whatever you want, haters. We can take what you got to throw at us and we'll make content out of it and we'll laugh at it like we do at current. It's hilarious when I see how easily butthurt so many dedicated fans, and it's a sad thing when the fan base are people that just can't hear an opinion that is opposite theirs. So, Seafowls and just Sheri, I would like the three of us to speak in the back streets or privately, whatever. And I'd like to have a live because I think no, I don't think I know for a fact all of us have experienced what it's like to go against the tide and then be labeled a villain simply because you don't repeat what the masses and the crowds have to say, and it's hilarious. What is AB losing it there? What's up there? I like to give some. All right, Lunger. Oh, dude, I was saying that exact line for whatever reason on my way to work and back today. It's probably because I watched a western last night. And every time I watch a western, I think of Tombstone. And every time I think of Tombstone, I think of Johnny Ringo, and damn it, what's the Doc Holliday's name? And I just think, all right, Lunger. All right, and then that's it. Johnny Ringo. Okay. All right. So I've done my ranting. I'm the manic man. Clip me, snipe me, cry about me, try me, meme me up. Do whatever you sickos do, you psychophants. Drink the Kool-Aid, continue, and just know, we're your Huckleberry. All right, Lunger? I'm gonna go check on my OBS and mess with it a little bit. Y'all take care. God bless. All right. Make it a lovely day. Don't forget to touch some grass every now and again. And still, my singular shout out, all which will be revealed in the next Stuck in the Middle. How the fuck do you manage to have a family and be on for 16 hours? It's amazing. It's a talent. It's like a superpower, only the reverse of a superpower being cool. It's like fucking, it's gay. All right, peace out. God bless. Lunger, battling with you, Lunger.